Roguelikes. A genre some would say is slightly oversaturated right now, but one subsection that is only recently getting attention is the first-person perspective. We've played side-scrolling, slay the spire angle, top-down, or over-the-shoulder a lot, but first-person is seldom used until now. And I'm going to do you a favour and show you the one that impressed me the most, Witchfire. So let me show you what this one's about. In this game, there's a lot of ways you can play. You can play long range, you can play mid-range, you can play extremely close range, you can play with spells, you can play with heavy spells, which I don't really interact with much, and this is something I don't use enough of, but heavy weapons, which, you know, deals heavy damage. The gunplay in this game is impressive to say in the least. I come from a background of CS 1.6 all the way to CSGO, into Valorant, into Rainbow Six Siege, into Overwatch. I've played it all. I've also played some of the best in terms of gunplay: Call of Duty, Halo, and Destiny. Destiny is amongst the best in terms of how it feels when you interact with the gunplay. It's very smooth, and this matches up to it extremely well. If you've played Destiny, this game will feel like home to you. It is very, very similar. There's few games that can match Destiny 2's gunplay comfortability, and this is one of them. It's very shocking to see it in a roguelike, but, you know, I'm not going to complain. Speaking of roguelike, in what way does this game be a roguelike? Well, I did mention weapons, but there are also stats. This is your meta progression. Now, it's much easier to explain it by saying that this game is a lot more Souls-like than you'd think, because these are souls. This is Witchfire, wow, ergo, name of the game. And every time you go into each run, you kill a witch, you gain Witchfire. Or, similar to Dark Souls, you get blocks of Witchfire, which then you can later claim in order to, at bulk, use Witchfire without losing it in your run. Because when you lose on your run, you drop all your Witchfire. So you need to safely kill all the witches and come back, or just extract early in order to save your Witchfire. And with the Witchfire, you can use it to upgrade your stats. Each of these affect one of these stat pools. I just pump everything to Arsenal because I believe that improves my damage. I'm not really reading much into it, but let's say you start focusing more on faith, you're going to be healing a lot more. You start focusing more on witchery, you're going to be dealing more damage with your spells. Both things I don't really care for, but depending on your playstyle, you can pick either one. And these are your general, your health, stamina, and I don't know, minders. I'm going to be honest, I don't pay attention that much. I mean, that's a good thing. If you're not paying attention as much to the game, and yet you can still have fun, that's a good thing, right? As you progress through the game, you use this, a mirror. The mirror is where you research in order to unlock more stuff, be it weapons or fetishes. I wish I could explain fetishes better. It's basically the panic button. If something bad goes wrong, your fetish comes into play and bails you. So when low on health, releases a powerful shockwave. Through the mirror, you can find all sorts of weapons, but not all these weapons are available. All these spells, all these relics are available from the get-go. You get a limited outset at the beginning, and you can only unlock more by progressing Gnosis. Gnosis is basically the difficulty of the game, the world tier if you play ARPGs or looter shooters. So I'm at Gnosis 3, and when I get to 4, I'll unlock more stuff. There are prerequisites in order to get to the next Gnosis, and every time you push Gnosis another step further, the world becomes harder. The enemies grow in difficulty. They change the type of enemy in order to reflect the difficulty, so you may see a similar enemy, but they have new moves. Elite bosses that you're not usually seeing, or you may see more elite bosses in general, that kind of thing. But Gnosis also gives you a bunch of new toys. Every time you push Gnosis a new level, you get a new toy to research. And in order to push research, you have to... I don't exactly know how to push research, but I believe it's just by killing things on your run, making progress in each of your runs. You don't have to clear any of it. In fact, losing keeps your progress. I think extracting without dying may push it even further, but once you do, you can claim it, and you get a new toy. You can only research 2 things at once, and they cost money. And money, I'm going to be honest, I don't really care much for, because there are multiple uses for it, such as, let's say, boosting your research. So this is 27 out of 30. I can just pop into a run and clear that out very quick, or 5 gold, 3 gold rather, it's done. Claim it, now I have a new weapon. Now, just for the sake of unlocking everything, I'm going to research these 2 new weapons that start from 0. Each of these weapons, every single thing that you unlock that pertains to your character prayer So relic, fetish, ring, firearms, spells. Each of these have 3 tiers. And each of these tiers are progressed through challenges. So challenge 1 is just to simply use the gun right. Challenge 2 is to use the new perk you unlocked from the first Mysterium, the first perk tier. As you finish challenge 2, you're now using the second perk tier in order to complete the weapon, so to speak, like in this one. Once you finish the max, it's done. You don't get anything else, you just get the full power of the gun, such as with hunger. Every time you... Actually, no, I'll show you. This is your hub world. This is where you start each of your runs. You go into that portal and you choose where you want to go. There's a lot of places you can interact with, but this is your training dummy. So, see how I have a gun? 6 bullets. Every time you crit, a crit in this game is a headshot. You get 1 charged shot as per the Mysterium. Reloading grants 1 charged bullet for each critical hit before the reload. I hit 1, so I get 1. But if I hit, let's say, 6 in a row, 6 shots that were crits, and now my whole gun is spiced up. And as you can see, reloading grants freeze for the first bullet if every shot was a critical hit. I landed everything as a crit, and now I get freeze. That's what makes each of these weapons very spicy. With my crit shot, I hit for 95, 77, okay. With this, well, it's a shotgun. It should hit hard, right? With this, 300. Yeah, it's a toy that, that really pumps out damage. There are spells that you can focus on. I'm more of an ice guy, but all my ice stuff are new, so they're not fully leveled. So I'll show you the ones that I've been using. Fire Breath, which is the first one that I arrived with. Basically, flamethrower. And Ice Sphere is the only one that I do have, yeah. Rings are, let's say, passives. Passives that pertain to dashing. So, just like in Souls-like, dodging is very important in this game, and the ring allows your dodging to yield you benefits when used at the right time. So, say you dodge an attack just as it's going to hit you, and you avoid the attack, the enemy gets freezed. That is fantastic, especially when you're rocking a close range weapon set like mine. Now there are other systems of the game you can interact with. I haven't yet. There's this incense system where you can basically buff yourself before going into each of your runs. And there's also a shopkeeper in this game that'll give you stuff you can claim. I haven't used any of this before. I've seen a friend of mine use it, but let's say you don't have any ammo for your demonic weapon. You don't start any of this run with max demonic ammo, you have to find it. So let's say you run out, and it's like, oh shit, I'm going to have a boss fight and I don't have enough of my source. Well, there is, I'm sure I have it, demonic ammo packs. It just gives you ammo. Now for the maps. There are multiple maps. You start at, which one was it? Isle of the Damned, into Scarlet Coast, into Velmorn, into Irongate Castle, into Witch Mountain. I've had a lot of fun in Velmorn. By fun, I mean I got my ass kicked there a lot. So let me demonstrate the gameplay of the game, and how this game can get very saucy. Ooh, okay. So, let's show you the map. The map is always the same, but the objectives around it are the ones that are changing. So... Ah, fuck. I wasn't paying attention. I was trying to demonstrate the dodging. There we go. And he freezes. This shotgun can get pretty nasty, admittedly. Whenever I slide with this gun, it reloads. And because it kicks so hard, it stuns the enemies. Every time you beat, let's say a mini-boss, one of those elites, it drops loot. These are the cards. So every time you clear a section, you get a card in which you can make your run more comfortable. This is how you become OP, basically. Now, I'm just going to play through a run. Talking while playing a game as tough as this can be a little difficult. A little mystery to follow. These footsteps will lead me to treasure. I am not very focused. You can imagine why this game is a Souls-like, because you kind of have to dial in. You can't rest on your laurels on this game. Of course you can play this game safely and just attain a bunch of Witchfire and just outstat the area that you're in by just simply juicing yourself up until it doesn't matter, right? That's not very fun though, is it? For me, I like challenging myself extremely. I like making things difficult for myself. Ammo is limited, but there are ammo chests littered around, so long as you don't miss a lot and you loot reliably, you should be fine. Dude, I get so paranoid in this area because I just constantly hear spiders and I fucking hate them. I'm so paranoid. Fucking hell. Fucking spiders. As you can tell, I'm not very good at this game, nor do I like take it very seriously. I play like a fucking goofball. But I'm strong enough and I'm used to the game enough to be able to do that. In the beginning, you are going to have to lock in a bit. Alright, these are basically... this is money. There's no other way to say. These don't really do anything, but once you claim it, you get money. But there's a chance that it incurs a risk. And you see in the top left, 2 out of 5. That's basically the eyes that the witch, the grando bitch witch is like has on you. And once she has 5 eyes on you, it triggers, let's say, a punishment system. And punishments occur by catching you making mistakes, such as getting hit. Sometimes you won't incur a punishment for getting hit, just like just now. I don't really know the parameters regarding that, but there's also a chance whereby you get risk by picking up something that aren't clean. So this is moderate. So there's a decent chance I claim it and I won't get a curse. And it can get to very high to very low, but there's still a chance. So you're basically gambling. So I'm going to claim it. And I get 2 risk points. Yeah, that's fair. You gamble and sometimes you lose, right? These are chests, which can be unlocked with keys, or sometimes without keys. Or ammo chests, which are completely free. Let's see if I can trigger a... I'll just do it. There you go. Once you're at 5, it triggers a calamity. And you can extract, you can just leave. There's a portal nearby. You can just leave before the calamity occurs. Or you can fight it out and reset your punishment to 0. Oh, I triggered it when there's a boss here too. Oh, I don't have any. Oh! That wasn't very smart of me, admittedly. Get out of my way, please. So the challenge for this calamity is to kill that many assassins. Oh my god. Oh my god. I'm getting punished. Okay, another punishment system. If you get hit a lot of times, you will lose stamina and you will lose health. It's like, oh yeah, you suck for getting hit that much, basically. So the ideal situation is to not get hit, correct? Yeah, I'm not really doing much of that. Son of a bitch. I'm so blind. Come on. There we go. Whoop. Ooh. You're back. Whew. Let's go. I'm pretty nasty with it. I thought this example would go down with me going down in a blaze of glory, and I'd reset from the beginning showing you a different gun. Lo and behold, I'm quite nasty with it, so respect me. Yeah, these little collectibles can be found via audio. That's the one downside about this game, is that it's very audio reliant, I'm gonna be honest. Like, hearing the spiders, they don't show up on the map. That's all audio, and there's no accessibility features just yet. So if you can't hear anything, you're kind of screwed. There's absolutely nothing for people with like hard of hearing. So I have to play this game kind of loud. Let's continue onwards. Oh yeah, and also fall damage doesn't mean shit in this game because you can double jump in the air. Oop. That's a warden. If you get caught within his light bulb range, you get punched. My guns are not meant for that. It's very bad for it, in fact. But I'm going to indulge the challenge by whittling him to death, or getting close to him very quickly and killing him. I'm going to do that. And that worked. I don't normally full clear this place because usually I get my ass kicked, but for some reason the moment I start recording, I perform better. It's a streamer privilege or something, I don't know. So unlike many other roguelikes, this is definitely amongst the better looking of its kind, especially beautiful, while also running surprisingly well. I mean, throughout the video you will see FPS drops. This game still is in early access. Let's go here. There is fall damage in this game, it's just it takes a lot of effort to fuck up that bad, I like to think. How long has it been since I've actually full cleared this place? Oh my god. I usually lose long before this. I haven't used my main setup of weapons in a long time, so I just forgot how busted these things are. Okay, so each area has its own boss fight. I don't remember how to get there normally, so I'm just gonna go the way I usually go. Oh my god. Okay. I should be able to clear this easily, though. I've seen my friend play this more than I've seen myself play this. It is not supposed to go this easy, but my shotgun is just too broken. Nope. And we're done. My shotgun's just too strong. Oh my god. That's supposed to be a boss fight. I assure you, it's not supposed to go down that easily. My shit is just busted as fuck. Okay, so I pretty much cleared everything. That's what it looks like. So those are all the events in this area, all the chests, all the Witchfire, and all the gold. So this is basically the maximum yield you can get from one run, which I've never done before. So I'm very surprised. I got all my research done, and I got out safely, and I cleared everything. So let's interact with everything. Since I have a lot of Witchfire to spend, I can use it to upgrade more arsenal. Because that's just what I've been pumping everything into. I don't know if that's good. This is not a guide. It's just what I've been doing. And if it ain't broke, don't fix it. That's it. This game has impressed me thoroughly. Of course, there's many other ways you can play it. You can play it more spell. You can increase your spell cooldowns and play more with spells and melee. Or you can play more long range with other weapons. I'll show you other weapons. My other build is this and duelists. So if you like Gears of War reloading, you're in luck. This has active reload. If you reload on the dot, you get a frost shot on your first shots. Each of these guns are quite spicier in their own way. After you kill something, this triggers. So if you ADS and shoot something, after you've killed anything, it triggers duel. And if you wait for the click, I'll demonstrate it again after my gun gets off of fire. If it's glowing at the tip, it means it's ready to duel. And if you ADS, shoot something, wait for the click, and now you're in dueling mode. And you get fast reloads and more damage until such a point that it runs out. But because it's fully maxed, every time you kill something, the empowerment keeps going. So if you're playing against spiders, this is fantastic. Each gun has its own spice, and that's what makes this game so beautiful in its own way. Of course, if you don't understand anything, you do have quite an interesting way of introducing you to the systems. I didn't look at any of this. My friend told me to look at it, and I actually learned a lot. It'll indicate everything on the screen through these pictures and just Like, if you recognize any of these elements, hover over it, we'll teach you. The only downside of this game is, well, the hearing impaired. You are shit out of luck at the moment. But this is in early access, and currently you get a lot of fucking game for what you get. It's challenging, it's beautiful, it plays very well, and, well, it's an early access game worth your money. Alright, that's enough from me. Uday.